Hydrocephalus is one of the common diseases causing abnormalities in children in the world, with 90% of mothers being rejected by their families. This condition is either natural, known as congenital, or infectious hydrocephalus. Both conditions reveal symptoms like soft head, blurred vision, cognitive problems, and head bulge due to accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid, leading to blockage or narrowed ventricles, stopping the flow of water in the brain.
Not every big head is a problem. Some people have familial big heads. Yes. Because the father has a big head, the child has a big head. So when they come, there is a normal growth of a child's head. It's a normal size per age. I know that at birth the child is supposed to have a range. So when they come, we measure the head. Then we can do a CT scan. When you do a CT scan with a child having a big head, we do a CT scan and look inside the brain. The scan helps us to see what is inside the brain. It helps us to see how much water is in the brain and how much the brain is being pressed by this water.
The children are visibly under great pain and are uncomfortable. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation news crew found 10-month-old Senabulia and Regan being prepared for a surgical operation at Cure Medical Center, Mbale.
First of all, he took long to crawl. At 9 months, he was not able to crawl, which I realized was abnormal. Then I also noticed that his head was a bit softer from the front. There were some of these lines that had not closed. So when he made 1 year, still he was not crawling. That's when I now realized that Regan could be having a much bigger problem.
They come when they are depressed. Some even are crying. You just cancel them. It is God's creation. They don't just be depressed. And they feel so bad when you are canceling them. Some they come in tears because how we to produce children like this one.
Every child brought here is admitted for a day or two before. After surgery, a child is taken to intensive care unit, ICU, for recovery before being handed over to the mother. Luckily enough, 1.5-year-old Tenua on this support machine had just come out of the theatre. Tenua regained consciousness in our presence and was given to the mother to breastfeed.
They operated him today. They did SDP, that is subdural peritoneal shunt placement, due to failed ETV. There was a procedure that was done at first. It did not help him. That's why they went back and put a shunt.
After surgery, children are also taken for physiotherapy to stimulate the nerves and help them regain strength.
That pressure on the brain interferes with the way the brain functions. And then these kids like retard, or they take long. Those ones retard are the ones who have gotten it maybe when they're doing something already, so they go back. And those ones who have gotten it when they're still babies, they take long to achieve what they're supposed to achieve.
Established in 2000, Cure Hospital carries out an integrated ministry where mothers' psychological problems are handled through counseling.
Their babies are looked at as an outcast in the community. They think it is a curse. So when they come here, they will receive the physical healing as well as the spiritual healing. Because they are traumatized, they think God does not love them.
Congenital hydrocephalus presents signs at birth where babies born with a blockage in the cerebral conduit. Doctors can detect this condition by constantly measuring the head. A normal head measures 32 to 35 in circumference. Beyond this, CT scan is required for proper diagnosis.
The key is to have surgery as soon as possible. The challenge is when the family doesn't know and they wait, and maybe the child doesn't get to have an operation until they're over a year old. By then the infection or the damage to the brain is significant. So the good news is our average age of treatment now at this hospital is about 3 months old.
Hydrocephalus is a condition which mostly affects children in rural areas where mothers produce from homes. The executive manager, Cure Hospital, Tim Erickson, explains the misconception that the disease is caused by witchcraft.
One thing's for sure, it's not caused by curses or ancestral. There's these misconceptions that this is a thing that's caused by a curse. And frankly, it's common around the world, and it is a medical condition that needs really fast intervention.
Hydrocephalus is a curable disease once a child's condition is diagnosed early, not beyond 3 months. Professionals say if a child does not go through surgery, chances are 95% it will not survive the first 2 years. Mutonyi Hilda, UBC News, in Mbale.